Welcome to another session. We are in chapter 2 and section 2.2 is about test levels. In the test level, we make sure that we have achieved the desired quality in each test level. In the bottom, we have unit tests. So, we make sure that unit tests are unit mean individual components are tested well and no bugs are skipped to higher level. So in the higher level we have system tests, integration test. At the top we have user acceptance tests, we have alpha testing and beta testing. So alpha testing is done within the software development department, the control environment, where beta testing is done by broader audience. In the when we talk about unit tests, it is usually done by developers. Integration tests are done by testers. System tests are done by testers, and acceptance tests are done by our end users. So in this chapter, we have four levels: component testing, which is also called unit testing, integration, system testing, and acceptance testing. So test develop a group of test activities that are organized and managed together. So test level are characterized by following attributes: specific objectives. So each test level has specific objective to that level. Test basis refer to derived test cases. Test objects, that is what is being tested, and typically defects and failure, specific approaches and responsibilities. So when we talk about component testing, also known as unit or module level testing, focuses on each individual component that is testable. See, so objective for component testing include reducing risk. So these objectives applied on all test levels. We reduce risk, we verify whether the functional and non-functional behavior of the component or systems are specified. So building confidence in the components quality. uh, so we can build the confidence. So we have test, and we have done the testing at component level, we have done reviews, we have done white box testing. Usually tools are used in unit testing. So finding defects in that component prevents us to escape to higher test level. So prevention is very important, so we can prevent the defects moving toward the higher test level. In the component testing, test basis for component testings are detailed design, code, data modules. So the code level, for example, component testing, there can be a class, there can be data modules. Test objects, typically test objects for component testing: unit module, code, data structure, classes, database modules, and so on. So when we talk about integration testing, which is in section 2.2.2, so integration testing focuses on interactions between component system. Objective of integration testing includes, as discussed earlier, reducing risk. So in integration testing, all the components are integrated together, so we verify the flow of data. Integration testing, we verify whether the functional and non-functional behavior of the interfaces are as designed and specified. Building confidence in the quality of interfaces. So at, at this integration level, we test the components by integrating, by checking their data flow, so we build the confidence at that level. Finding defects, which may be in the interfaces themselves or within the component or system. So preventing defects from escaping to higher test level. So test basis for these integration tests are software or system design, sequence diagrams, So we can have interfaces and communication protocols specify. There can be use cases, architectural component, workflow, external interfaces definition. These documents can be there. So test object, typically test object for integration tests include subsystem, databases, infrastructure interfaces, application programming interfaces, and microservices. These are test objects for integration tests. When we talk about system testing, so system testing focuses on behavior and capabilities of whole system or protocol. So we test the system as a whole. So we have integrated system which is working. System testing often produces information that is used by stakeholder to make a release decision. So system testing may also certify legal or regulatory requirement or standards. Independent tester, usually there can be third party tester does system testing, so their findings are very important for stakeholders. So test bases for system testing include system or software requirement specification. We have SRS documents. So in SRS document we have functional non-functional requirements. We have risk analysis report, use cases, epics and user story. If we are following agile scrum, we have epics and user story. So models are system behavior, state diagrams, system or user manuals. So typical test object for system testing include applications, hardware and software system, operating system, system under test, so system configuration and configuration data. So let's talk about acceptance testing, which is in section 2.2.4. Acceptance testing, like system testing, typically focuses on behavior and capabilities of system as a whole system. So in the acceptance testing, objective acceptance testing includes establishing confidence in the quality of the system as a whole, validating that the system is complete and will work as expected, verifying that functional and non-functional behavior of the system are specified. So in the acceptance testing, we do alpha testing, beta testing, we do user acceptance testing, operational acceptance testing, contractual and regulatory acceptance testing is done. So in alpha testing is done by in the control environment, usually quality assurance team, internal team does alpha testing, and beta testing is done by our end users. Specific approaches and responsibilities. Acceptance testing is often the responsibility of the customer, business user, product owners, or operators of the system, or other stakeholders may be involved as well. Acceptance testing of a core software products may occur when it is installed or integrated. So acceptance testing of a new functional enhancement may occur before system testing. Test cases for acceptance testing include business processes, user or business requirements, regulations, legal contract or standard. Use cases, there can be use cases documents, system requirement documents, system or user documentation, installation procedure. So we have defined the installation procedure, how we can install the software. So risk analysis report can be there. Test objects for acceptance testing include system under test, system configuration and configuration data, business processes for fully integrated system, recovery system and host side. So for business continuity and disaster recovery, it is very important to plan the recovery, so we can have failovers systems. Operational and maintenance processes, forms, reports, existing and converted production data, and so on. So this was about test level, which are a very important test level. At least you should know about their levels. At the dot, as we have discussed in this session, so in the bottom we have unit level, testing, which is done by developer. We have integration testing, acceptance testing, and so on. So in this syllabus there were 4: component testing, integration, system, and acceptance testing. So that's it. Thank you very much. Bye.